ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into you are ladies and gentlemen, raw. You are tuned into Raw City Underground.
I just want to set the record straight. This is the reason why I'm still around. People like them, Fever.
You come into this game, you gotta leave something behind. You gotta bring something to the table and leave it behind when you're gone. You know, create a legacy.
What's up, Ness?
What's going on, fellas?
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yo, thanks for being on the
Good
show,
to be
bro.
back in the desert.
Yo, how many years have you been b-boying, man? Can you give us some like MZK history?
As far as MZK or me?
How many years have you been b-boying?
I started breaking in 82. Started getting it right around 83. You know, so quit 86. Didn't do it again till 1994. They dragged me out, took me to a locksmith anniversary. It was raining. I was like, niggas is still doing this. I got down. I seen niggas do Fuck Boys Mode. I'll never forget that. That's when they grew out. And then after that, I got put onto that thing with Rock Fender, which was hold on just like right once or twice a year. I didn't know there was like this big scene until 98. I got put on. That's when I came back hardcore.
What made you come back in '98? I mean, obviously you didn't really leave completely, but '98 was that catalyst year for you to jump back in the scene. What made that come about?
I saw what was missing. That's what I always look for. I always look for what's missing and try to fill that void. At that time, I thought the aggression, the heat, fire, the battle wasn't there. A lot of battles, the majority of the battles look like practice. You understand? And I was like, that is missing. If I could bring that back, you know, feeding off of Hoppy Rockers, some of my first teachers, they were like really hardcore gangs, so all up in your face. They battled, but they really wanted to beat your ass by the end of the battle. Chances are they did. You know?
It was gonna be a fight, yeah.
Yeah, it was a few times Hoppy Rockers battled and there wasn't a fight. And there was really hardcore aggressive. That's what's missing. That kill or be killed mentality. You know what I mean? It's war. It's not fun games. So I was like, I think I could bring that back and stand out. Cats hated me for it. It was too aggressive. I was an asshole, whatever. But it's the move now to pop out your chest and get in people's faces and be gangsters. So it's all good. I guess, you know what I mean? It's all good, I guess. It's hypocrisy, but I'm glad it happened because that's what I felt was missing. That rawness, I want to kill this dude, I gotta smoke him. Nah, I want to win this contest. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For real, man. And like what brings out your aggression in b-boying, and how does that reflect off your style?
I'm always been like really aggressive even when I talk. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that left bad taste in people's mouth. Just this is the way I talk. I'm really aggressive. I don't come from a well-versed area. You know what I mean? And just that alone, I think, turned off a lot of people. But I just felt that there was a lot of stuff that wasn't being said. Or it was being said, but it wasn't being said in a broader, you know, network. Because there was cats out there teaching history before me. You know, Wiggles was doing it. Wiggles is the one that inspired me to do it. Fable, Track 2, all them cats was doing it, but I just really understood the internet. You know what I mean? I just exploited what I knew and what I've learned from them, and I thought that was needed too. A lot of cats were saying, "Oh, that ain't real b-boy. You ain't b-boy. That's a breakdancer." You know what I'm saying? Or he ain't a b-boy. He's circus. And I thought that was what was missing at that time. I'm like, everybody's dissing. How about somebody come like flip the script. You know what I mean? On some Bruce Lee shit. Let's show the
Yeah.
beauty of the culture.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna just start showing people this. You know. But that's really what made me come back. And I saw a spot that I could fill. You know, I said, man, I like to battle. That's really what brought me back. The chance to battle. I wasn't trying to do shows or nothing like that. But as soon as I found out there was events in that game, I went to events, concerts. I want to do this.
I'm back in it.
I get it. You know what I mean? And I immediately recognized the course that judging was going and criteria and I was like, I get this. It's a chess game. You know?
Competition.
Yeah, it's a chess game. I'm not being rah-rah. It's no beef in that. It's just fuck that I had. So I approached it like a chess game. I just got it. And then started teaching, and that's when I was like, this is what I want. I used to always want to be like the illest battle. You know what I mean? Like the old guy, the oldest cat still entering battles. For a while, I was the second oldest male competitor. You know, for a long time. Crazy from Switzerland, the oldest. Still entering battles. For me, I was competing with Crazy from Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? Then when I started teaching, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to be that dude.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be this dude. So,
Pass it down, basically.
right.
All that knowledge you got from the Bronx, from New York City Breakers, I mean, just all the way through your whole life.
Rock
I mean,
steady,
that has to
happy
be
rock is,
passed on.
yeah. I learned from everybody, even today. I learned from young cats. I got footage of Frankie Flav, Brian Ruen's brother, teaching me moves in Taiwan, and Keys. I'm just throwing those names out. There's a few more. I was trying to do this back in 20, I think it was like 2008 or 2007. I started compiling that footage because I was like, I'm gonna flip the script. I'm just gonna, instead of trying to teach everybody, I'm gonna just do a video and like, man, young cats teaching me stuff. But then that started getting deep too, like, you know, learning. So now it's like, now I'm learning from these old cats as much as I could and passing that on, but I can still rock and battle because I'm learning from these young cats, and that's what kept my competitive. Once I stopped being competitive, I was like, didn't feel like dancing.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's always been about the battle.
So Ness, we got one more question for you. This is it's kind of a deep question. It's the whole Afrika Bambatta situation and MZK, where you guys stand now. I know you guys had a big year, a lot of stuff went on. You guys kind of stepped away from Zulu. If you could shine a little bit of light on that.
Well, technically, Mighty Zulu Kingz, MZK lifestyle. That's mine. Because of advice from members of Zulu Nation and seeing the direction that Zulu Nation was going at a certain time when somebody that should not have been leadership position was a leadership position, I made sure I secured that name. This is my crew. We've done a lot for that name. Right. So I made sure I secured that. At the end of the day, we are one. There's a lot of brothers in MZK that still rep Zulu. I still rep Zulu. I never once said I quit Zulu.
Sure.
I don't quit Zulu. I am Zulu.
You are Zulu.
You know what I'm saying? I don't quit Zulu. But the crew, we have to separate ourselves from this because we are on a totally different mission. And this had nothing to do with Bambatta. Everybody thinks it has something to do with Bambatta. It just so happened that popped up.
Right.
But Zulu Nation themselves will tell you. Bambatta has sat there like a judge, you know, court many times. Mighty Zulu King's worst enemy was Zulu Nation. You know what I mean? So this was something that was coming a long time ago. I was the one to hold them on to Zulu Nation. I'm like, who are these cats?
Yeah.
I never heard of them. You know what I'm saying? This is mine. They used to be like, well, if you feel like that, why don't you just quit? I'm like, no, man, I don't quit. This is me. This is who I am. You quit. This is my house. You get out. Wipe your feet before you come.
That's right.
You know, I always wanted to cause that was ours. You know what I'm saying? Not this greedy person. You know? Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know? So we've been seeing that. You know? One time I was gonna get so rah-rah, I had to resign as president, put somebody else as a president, so I could do what I wanted to do. Because what I was gonna do, I could have gotten my ass kicked out of Zulu Nation, banned forever.
Yeah.
You know, but at least I got a press. You know, it's still there, it's still holding. Right. So you know, things like that. So this was coming long time. Actually, we were slowly coming back to Zulu Nation. Because the leadership changed. I seen good things happen. We were starting to adapt to it. We was just having problems with other chapters, rightfully so. They claim that I was trying to separate my crew from the rest of Zulu Nation. I was like, no, my crew is exclusive. There's a difference. They used to get mad at me because I would filter lessons, but they didn't understand that I also had the first international chapter. So it wasn't like all cats from the same neighborhood who had the same type of mentality. I got cats from different religions. You know, I got, you know, Buddhists, I got Christians, I got Muslims, I got all religions and all political beliefs and MZK. So any lessons that downplayed any religion and boosted another one, I would not give that. I would give the regular, all the other lessons, stuff that we need to know, history, culture, you know what I'm saying, law, hygiene, fitness, those things we need to know. All this other stuff you feeding, I can't give that to these guys because I have multicultural. We all feel different, you know what I'm saying? So, and just me, myself, I see a lot of things on that, I go, it's garbage. You know, I find so many loopholes in it. But a lot of people help contribute.
Sure.
You know, and they didn't do nothing bad. They try to do their part. However, you can't make a pot of gumbo when it comes to knowledge. You can't diss something one day and behave like it the next day. You can't say you're anti-political and then have a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? That's not voted on and things of that nature. Like the leaders of the World Council was getting picked and choose and changed like every other month for a while, and it's like we don't even vote, we don't even choose. And when people used to get mad at me from other chapters, they'd be like, "Oh, but the World Council said." Who voted for the World Council? Who put them there? Who? Bambatta? No, Bambatta don't do nothing with Zulu Nation anymore. Bambatta's living his life. He has publicly said that. Zulu Nation is his own entity. Who put those people there? Who voted them in? Did you vote? I didn't vote. That's not my president. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I don't follow that. I don't believe in that. They raised me a certain way, and then when it got to a point where Bam and Lucky Strike and key figures was gone, wasn't in the mix no more, it was like everything that was starting to happen was against what I was already taught. You know, and luckily for me, I read my shit. I studied my lesson. I was always on point with my rules and regulations. That's how come every time they came, I shut them down. They try to come at me one angle, they shut me down. They try to take MZK from me. I did not let that happen because they didn't see this elite B-boy squad that's making noise that they could be proud of. They saw 200 cats and $35 a head. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the whole separating from Zulu Nation, that was going to happen eventually. The Bambatta thing was just coincidental, right around that time. This is not going to look good. We shouldn't do this. But the crew was already even worse. You know, we got pastors in my crew. You know, they're like, no, we got to. And we do the whole anti-child abuse thing.
Yeah.
I do the whole support your local ghetto thing.
That's right.
For the orphans. So in a situation like that, for the brand, we had to separate. away from that. But there's a lot of us. I'm Zulu for life.
That's right.
You know, and as far as Bambaatta, I've never ever seen anything like that. I've been told yes, recently, because I started questioning people like, I ain't never seen Bambaatta around young people, ever, because I doubted it. You know, I still find loopholes in those clothes. I'm getting on some metaphysical shit now, but I was getting annoyed because it can't always be diplomatic.
Right.
You know, it took a long time because I'm even harsher than MZK. Y'all think I've blasted? I've said some stuff to my own brothers that's hurt me. But it's old school. Like when you messed up when you was a young kid, your parents didn't take you into a bathroom and speak to you privately. You know what I mean? They beat your ass in front of the brothers and the sisters, and they looked at them and they said, "This is what happens if you do this," and it never gets done again.
That's it.
You understand? So I'm like that even with MZK. I've had a lot of beef with a lot of guys in MZK, and I put them on blast privately amongst us, and people like, oh, but now they're starting to get it. Because the end justifies the means.
Right.
The realest cats in MZK, I've had beef with them. They're the realest cats in MZK because they still MZK. The guys that was there, you either down for the cause or be cause. You know?
That's right.
So you have beef with me and you leave the whole family, you the damn be cause. You wasn't the cause. That's why I love Floor Phantom. One time I was arguing with Floor Phantom, and around the time when I was going through a lot of stuff, divorce, court, things of that nature. I was just finding out my hips was messed up. I didn't know about. I was angry, and somebody did something. We got into an argument. Me and Floor Phantom. It was Floor Phantom. We got into an argument, and he said, "You know what?" And around that time, people was leaving. They was breaking out because I was just pulling everybody's card. I was like, you know what? I'd rather walk with 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And I started questioning everything and everybody, and little by little, people was moving away. But cats like Floor Phantom was the first one. I was like, well, F you, nigga. You don't deserve to run this crew. I'm coming to your house right now. I'm taking your patches.
Damn.
That's the difference between crew and cats that's just being around. You understand what I'm saying? You either down for the cause or you down the cause. You know what I mean? We can't call each other brothers and sisters and then break them off because you have an argument with one.
Right.
That don't make
Doesn't
sense.
make sense.
And if you have argument with one, you could come to blows. Y'all still cool. K-Mel is like my brother. Me and K-Mel have had fist fights. In a little room like this, in my room. Boom, boom, boom. Fist fights.
Bruh, that's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually we get up off each other. 2 minutes later, they come in the room, give me a blood. Brothers fight.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Brothers fight,
saying?
absolutely.
Brothers fight, exactly. So, even with MZK, we cleaned house. And we was trying to just get rid of everything that we did not need, and that was Zulu Nation. You know? And a lot of people, like, I traveled recently to South America, and I ran into the chapters from Peru and Argentina and stuff like that, and they're like stuck, like they don't know what you're doing. They're like, we want to ask you for advice. I said, keep doing what you're doing. You didn't do this for Bambaatta, you did this for the culture, the heart. Okay, well, that's not him. You
Nothing
keep
changed
doing what
that.
you're doing.
Yeah.
In fact, keep doing what you're doing and stop paying them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If we really doing this for the culture, then unless they giving us something worthwhile, we shouldn't be giving money. That's the way I feel. That's the way I've always felt. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me. Teach me.
Teach me how to hustle, man.
You're
That's
talking
it.
about knowledge is the fifth element. Okay. Knowledge me how to make some money.
Give a man a fish, he eats once. Show him how to fish,
Exactly.
he eats forever.
Exactly.
And hopefully
So-
teaches other people how to fish. You know?
Right.
Thanks for clearing that up, man.
Man, we just got one of the deepest interviews from my man Alien Ness. Yo, it was a pleasure having you on
It's
the
a
show,
pleasure
bro.
being here.
Yo, thank you for
Honor,
everything
man.
you
Thank
have
And yo,
done.
thank you for that, because like ever since that happened, people kind of like shy away from it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I get it. I was close with him, man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He's helped me a lot. I wouldn't be Alien Ness. He didn't help me.
He gave you
know
your
what
name,
I'm saying?
right?
Yeah, he gave my name. He's helped me make money, so I wasn't out there selling drugs and go back to jail. You know, I'm not an MC. Write a song, just write poetry. Stay free. You don't gotta do that. Come on tour, carry records. You got talent. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So I'm not gonna turn my back on that.
Yeah.
You know, and he's always been real with me. And the person I know is not that person that they portrayed. I'm just being real.
Right.
You know? I mean, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world believe he didn't exist, right? So anything is possible. But what I'm trying to say is that, what does that got to do with us? Got nothing to do with MGK. He don't book us, and he don't win my patch.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He's him, I'm me. That got nothing to do with it.
Where can they find you online and social media?
I got a Snitchbook page, facebook.com/Ness4MZK. It's the N-word on Twitter and Ness4 on IG.
Nice. Well, everybody be sure to check him out and all the new projects coming out and everything he's doing, man. Keep supporting the culture, keep supporting the movement. Peace.
Raw City Underground. Peace.
Peace.
Ghetto.